Hello there, folks. My name is Dr. Shelley. I'm here with your AI tip for how to help your department chairs actually get prepared for a high-level conversation around interim or diagnostic or summative assessment data. It can even be for formative assessment data. Oftentimes, we will tell people exactly what they need to do, but we don't walk them through exactly how to get what they need in order to be able to do what we've asked. And so I want to utilize the amazing work of one of my clients who happens to be a high school principal, and he was struggling with how to get his department chairs to have in-depth conversations but go beyond just pulling the data and looking at the data. And so I said, hey, why aren't we sending a video to show them how they can use artificial intelligence and some of the tools that are available in order to do this? He was like, whoa, really, that can happen? I'm like, yeah, guy, this can happen. So let me show you real quick how exactly you can do precisely what he did. He started out looking at, he's using Renaissance Star, so you can see that there are several reports in Renaissance Star that can be used. In particular, I like the State Standards Mastery Class Report. The reason I like this report is because regardless of whether you're using Renaissance or iReady or any of the other platforms, you want to know how your students are doing compared to specific standards. And getting this report and downloading it will do just that. Next step is now to say, hey, let me pull this report and be able to upload the information from this regarding my specific students or a specific classroom to artificial intelligence to be able to help me analyze this data. Now, I know there's a lot of questions around data privacy and data safety. If you are concerned with that, you can download the data and just black out the names and then, of course, upload it back up. And I would say even, you can scan it in that way if you choose to. Or if you have a platform that is within the confines of your district, for example, I know several districts have purchased ChatGPT, or they have purchased Copilot, or they have purchased Gemini for their teachers and leaders. And all you have to do is ask, and they'll tell you whether or not it's safe to use with relevant student data. So what that report's going to do is going to pull the data. We're not concerned as much with the students as we are the actual standards that are here. And if you want to rename your students, you see here they're blacked out, but you can always rename your students with code names or anything else if you need to be able to find them. But what you want to do then is you want to download that data so that you can also upload it into a place like Magic School or into your Gemini or ChatGPT program. So we would upload, we're using Magic School for this one, so you would upload your data into Magic School, but here is where it gets beautiful. You're going to upload it into Raina. Raina will be the chatbot for magicschool.ai, which is, when purchased, is a very safe platform for you to have your data in there. And you're going to ask it a very specific prompt. And so you upload the data, and I'm going to ask for a prompt that's really going to help me gather my students' information. And so this prompt, I'll actually send it to you, but this prompt had to do with asking it specifically to analyze the data and provide 3 to 5 intervention strategies that would work best for this class. And then we also needed specific support for each student under the 59%, i.e. the students that are failing or are not doing as well. We want a specific individual strategy for each of those kids. And do you know what Raina did? Not only did she provide a specific 3 to 5 intervention strategies and specific strategies for the kids, as we move through, we could design lesson plans, we could figure out how to do a standards unpacker. There are so many different tools and such in either magicschool.ai or if you have Khan Academy or some of the other school district-based programs, but now it is designing specifically for your class. Again, the key to helping folks begin to use AI better as classroom or teacher leaders is to teach it about your class, Upload your data or your information. Ask it a very specific question about what you're looking for. Continue to go deeper if you're not getting exactly what you need. And now your focus is not on what am I going to teach or how are my kids doing. It's on how am I going to teach this lesson that is actually going to close the gaps for some of my students while moving forward for others. It's going to give you specific worksheets or activities for students who are not doing well to actually do, and you can email those to your students and their parents so that if you have students that are falling behind, you can give them work to catch up. If you have students that are more advanced to where you're going, you can give them work to speed up or to go deeper. And using terminology around depth of knowledge or Hess's cognitive rigor matrix or other strategies really does help make those questions better and deeper and more relevant. If any of this was helpful to you today, in being able to prepare your teachers, yourself, or your schools for focusing less on management and more on leadership, focusing less on analysis and more on actual implementation of pedagogy and strategies that work for our kids, we invite you to become part of our summit. And the first step is just to ask your questions. So I have included a link here for our April Summit, which is all about AI in the classroom, the school, and in your district. And I invite you to share with us your questions, your strategies, whether or not this worked, and get connected with us. My name is Dr. Shelley. I am here to help you lead well where you live, learn, and earn. But right now, we are focused on AI for leadership in the classroom because this is where it's at. We know it's not easy, but it's also not impossible. We'll see you on April 15th through the 17th. Go ahead and click this link and give us your give us all those questions. What are you still wondering about? What are you still asking about? How can we help? We'll see you there.